Take 60 minutes to get around the clock. Each line on a clock represents a minute. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes in every number that is on a clock. This makes up 60 minutes or an hour. When the minute hand reaches the 12, it starts all over again in the next hour. The number 12 on the clock is very important. If it is 12 o'clock in the day, we call it noon. Any time after that is known as afternoon. If it is 12 o'clock at night, it is called midnight. Anything after midnight is a new day. This means that we can divide the day into two sections. AM, this is in the morning, and PM, this is afternoon. This is important to know because it lets us know what time of the day we are in, morning or afternoon. So, the first 12 hours of the day are known as AM, and that is usually when you wake up and have breakfast and go to school. When the clock strikes 12 noon, the day goes over to PM, and this is known as afternoon. This is where you have lunch and go home or play sports and eventually have dinner and get ready for bed. At midnight, the clock strikes over again and PM changes to AM again and a new day starts. There are two different hands that are very important on the clock that you need to know about. The first one is the minute hand. This is the longer hand that tells us how many minutes we are into an hour. The other hand is the hour hand, the shorter hand that tells us what hour it is. Together, these two hands can tell us the exact time it is when we look at the clock. The clock can be divided into two main sections, the past section and the to section. This means that when we are telling time, we should look at the minute hand and, depending which section it is in, we either say to the next hour or past the previous hour. For example, if we look at this clock over here, here is the minute hand and it is on the number 1, which means it is on the 5 minutes. The hour hand is on the 7, which means it is the 7th hour. The minute hand is in the past section, which means that we say 5 minutes past 7. On the other hand, if the minute hand is on the 8, it is on the 40 minutes. Because this is in the second half of the clock, it is in the to section. So if you count, it is 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 minutes to the next hour. So this example over here would be 20 minutes to 8. Go ahead and try this one. Did you get 25 to 8? Can you also see that in this example, the hour hand is not directly over the 7? This is because it is after 7 o'clock, and as the hour progresses, so does the hour hand. But because it is not yet on the 8, we still tell time according to the 7.